Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to part two. Even though this is still the same day, I just decided to come in here, get the motor cleaned up, and start getting the motor disassembled because I'm just way too anxious to see what's going on inside this motor. So I'm going to time lapse throwing this thing in the water and giving her a bath. I got everything plugged up for the most part. Yeah, everything's plugged up. So I will get this over into the parts washer, throw this on time lapse, and then we'll get back at it on the table. Alright, as you guys can see, everything is all cleaned up. I'm going to sit the camera down and start time-lapse ripping her down from top to bottom and explaining what I see and what's going on in between. So I'll see you guys soon. Alright guys, I got the top off and seems normal, not normal. That one's not fully dropped, but this one here looks to be dropped. That one it's down there. It's definitely down there. That one looks like it would literally looks like it was about to throw this valve spring completely off. Like, see how the way the valve is recessed inside? That's not good. They're supposed to protrude like this when the keepers are locking them where they're supposed to be. That's not good. Everything looks okay for the most part. We'll get back to that. I'm gonna start getting into this head more. Whoa. Alright, so I'm not seeing anything so far with the head. Let me get this gasket off. As you guys can see, none of the valves are dropped that I can see. They look fine. I mean, they were getting close. That one being that filed like ground down. Now we're gonna take the cylinder off, and hopefully, like I said, it's the crank, and the crank just needs to be sent out with a new rod, and hopefully we're good. I'm hoping this cylinder and piston is in great condition as it was before. Alright, first part, all good. The cylinder, as you can see, is still in great shape. That piston is in great shape, but there is definitely some damage down there. So let me sit this stuff down. Let me get the camera action over here so that I can get more paper towel down. It's all about the paper towel. If you are going to disassemble an engine, please be organized, because I've been on both sides, being organized and being unorganized. I choose organized all the way. So I will sit the head on this one, cylinder on that one, I will grab my flashlight and we will look down in this motor and see what we can find. I don't see what could have seized it. The rod still has movement. Oh wait, no. That rod is seized. It is seized to the piston. Everything else is rolling smooth in there. But as you can see the crank moving with the rod? That rod bearing most likely seized, and the reason it's moving now is because the motor is cool and the metal got a chance to contract. So sometimes it's free, sometimes it's not, but those bearings are definitely shot in there, and probably the crank bearings. But now we could really start cracking into this motor, because as long as I know the piston, the cylinder, and the head are fine, I'm willing to go and get, new crank, new bearings. I wanted to tear this bottom end apart anyway. I was supposed to do that when it became a supermoto, but hey, sometimes things happen. So yeah, I am super stoked on the fact that it is just that, but I'm not gonna get too excited. I'm gonna split these cases and get on the inside, and then we'll see for sure what's really going on. So stay tuned. Alright guys, and as you can see, we are finally done. That is the KTM 450 RFS motor, completely disassembled. For the most part, I got everything in the time lapse. I think I just didn't get like backing off the countershaft nut and stuff like that. Like, no, I think that might have just been it. But other than that, cases are all separated. You can see the carnage in here. No bueno. This rod, I'm sure you guys hear that. Those bearings are shot. I don't know if they're just thrust washers and then the bearing in the middle, but they are shot. So I gotta take a look at the head, because like I was saying before, if you look at the let's see, the top, which are the intake, they're ground down. I'm gonna try to give you guys a better look. I did show before, but these ones, which are the intake, as you can see here, they're ground down, and the exhaust are fine. And this has happened twice. The first time I took the motor apart, I noticed the same thing. It's definitely not normal. I know it won't happen like that with the stainless steel valves because they're stronger, but I don't want excess wear happening in the motor. So I gotta address the full head cap, which I have disassembled. I'm gonna run through everything. Again, I'm gonna go through the owner's manual, find clearance specs for everything, and try to get everything done here legitimate. Yeah, so while off camera, I'm going to clean up the cases. I'm gonna clean up everything that's here, and then get everything organized as to what's going in the motor, what's new on the list going that I have to order to go in the motor, and then what I can do with the rest. You know, maybe the valve springs and all that stuff, maybe I can sell, or you know, save for a future project. Maybe I'll get another RFS and want to do a race motor and would prefer the titanium setup. Who knows? But yeah, thanks again for watching. If you guys liked this video or found it at all informational or educational, give that video a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel and would like to see more content like this, click that thumbs up button, subscribe, let me know what you think.